Dear friends, welcome to this Sunday's Breaking of the Word with me, Reverend Father 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐶𝐶 from the Congregation of the Blessed Sacrament. Dear friends, today's readings of the 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time remind us about the essence of our true religion. Religion comes from the Latin word religere, all religare, which means to unite, all to rebind. It is not just a mere external observance of rules or laws or even traditions and rituals, but instead, the essence of the religion lies between maintaining a loving and obedient relationship with our God, expressed in obeying His commandments, praising and worshiping Him, and also recognizing that He is present in our fellow brothers and sisters and the whole of creation. In the first reading, Moses tells the Israelites that they must obey the commandments of God. The Jews called the Torah all the law, and they had only this: revelation, something that was revealed from God through Moses. And they had also other similar related laws, and we can mention about the oral law that was given to them by the scribes. And these were intended to act as a fence or a frame so that the Mosaic law and the covenant were not violated. The law was also intended to keep them united as a holy and intelligent nation, proud of their powerful, protective, and single God. Jesus in the Gospel, my dear friends, cautions us against obeying the commandments literally, but not out of our personal conviction. Jesus gives us a new understanding of religion. When religion becomes a game of pretense, we do things to impress others. We do things out of a deep desire for praise, appraisal, and applause. But rather, Jesus teaches us how things are rightly supposed to be done. Mother Teresa, in one of her reflections, she says, "Today, God loves the world through us, especially in times like these, when men are trying to make God was. It is you and I, my dear friends, by our love, by our compassion, to prove to the world that God is. We have cheated on God by putting Him always in the past. And Jesus confronts us because of our hypocrisy. This is something very dangerous. We are modern scribes and modern Pharisees. We must not live, my dear friends, hypocritical lives or even make life hard for others for our personal interests. Jesus calls us to have transparent behaviors, not hypocrites, not hypocrites. From the Greek word hypocrites, it comes from a Greek word hypokrites, which means a stage player or an actor. Ancient Greek actors used to wear masks as they spoke from the underneath of the mask, just acting. Our actions, our words, my dear brothers and sisters, and as well our behaviors should be transparent. Christ calls us to constant self-evaluation. The malicious intentions, the hatred, the pride, and many other corrupt tendencies that we harbor in our hearts are really what defines us. They are vices that make us really bad. And the problem comes within. Problem comes within our hearts. And the tendency is always to outwardly appear righteous, yet deep in our hearts we curse. The quality of our Christian life, my dear friends, is measured by the quality of our hearts and minds. We should strive to live a life of virtue as opposed to vices. St. Paul, in his letter to the Galatians, chapter 5, verses 22 to 23, points out at a couple of them. He speaks of love, he speaks of joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Having such virtues, my dear friends, how our hearts will also be pure. For blessed are the pure of heart, they shall see God. We should also, as we make this reflection for this 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time, avoid the tendency of becoming, I call this, cafeteria Christians. Christians these days have a tendency, some pick and choose certain commandments to follow, ignoring others as we do when we go in a restaurant or a cafeteria. My dear friends, as we have heard that we should do things as we hear them, let us always witness to Christ by doing, living by what we preach. Let us remember that it is easy to remind others how things should be done, yet it is much harder to give an authentic witness to Christian life. The Lord be with you.